The clue detection engine, which helped point out trends for this analysis, relied primarily on consuming news feeds and electronic articles. Among these are many individual data points on trends which require more research. An example of this is a CNET article showing new world record mileage for a single charge on a full electric car, which raised the record to 313 miles on October 30th of 2009. Ideally, a year or more of data would be able to show how firmware upgrades and minor improvements to vehicle components have helped improve performance and battery life in the Roadster and the many vehicles for sale. Such qualitative information can hint at hidden numbers and help give an understanding of otherwise inaccessible information. Word that federal funding reaching $2.4 billion distributed among 48 battery and electric drive companies provides insight to current government funding for research. Clue detection also hints at farther ahead curves and innovations. One article shows electric generation from nanowires weaved into clothing or fabric. Additional advances in solar cells, including cheap plastic photovoltaic, hint at substantially longer charge lives and more powerful electric engines on the distant horizon.
We've generated a variety of graphs based on statistics gathered from our research. These graphs present a variety of automotive fuel trends based on United States usage. Each graph shows the number of light-duty passenger vehicles and light-duty trucks using alternative energy in comparison to the price of gasoline at the gas pump. The price of gas in cents per gallon is shown on a secondary axis at the right of each graph. This price is scaled down to allow the gas prices curve to be shown in contrast to the rest of the curves. The alternative fueled vehicles curves all display the number of individual vehicles in use. In our first chart, you'll notice the blue curve shows sales numbers of all major brands of hybrid cars in the United States. The magenta curve, therefore, represents gasoline in the United States. This chart shows the rapid rise and fall of hybrid car sales as gasoline prices changes. You should notice that there's sharp inflection points as fuel prices change. This shows a clear interrelationship between hybrid car sales and gasoline prices. The rise and fall of hybrid car sales lags about a month or two behind the gasoline price fluctuations. These distinct changes in hybrid car purchasing illustrate an apparent short-sightedness of many car buyers. You'll notice that this rapid and distinct changes in curves makes it very difficult to predict in the long term. Later graphs with longer timelines enable us to make some predictions about trends.
The majority of predictions we've discussed in regards to transportation are based on past and present trends that are in constant state of flux. Because of this, we can give a best educated estimate for events and how they will play out over the next 5 years. Nobody will ever know for sure if these trends will be accurate. For example, if more oil than expected is discovered in a new region and production actually increases instead of decreases, gasoline prices would likely decrease as well. And despite curves for alternative energy, vehicles will follow suit. The same thing will happen if a new breakthrough is made in traditional combustion engines, sharply increasing gas efficiency. Many people buying hybrids are likely doing so because they expect it to save them money in the long run. As we've seen before, the sales of hybrid cars closely follows the present gasoline prices. Government incentives like the 2009 Cash for Clunkers program can bolster hybrid sales for a short time, but the overall effect of these over several years is negligible. A sudden, unprecedented downturn in gas prices due to the increased supply or engine efficiency would almost certainly result in the corresponding downturn in hybrid and electric car sales. In conclusion, the trends in hybrid and electric automobile production and their impact on economics and the environment will be followed closely in the next few years. If Sadat's predictions about oil supplies prove true, it's highly likely that the sales rates of alternative energy vehicles will continue to increase at a dramatic rate.